I was caught calling my opponent an empty suit over at a very fine restaurant that I'm a big fan of.
Okay.
Sorry, is when you have nothing to say other than negativity about the other person, then you have nothing. Now, I'll tell you right now, this has nothing to do with me running, by the way. This is what I've been preaching on the radio for the last 13 years. I preach conservatism, property rights. Pat McDonough will be on the air shortly talking about the Section 8 program. Second Amendment, I just spent the last 45 minutes with Ted Nugent, knowing where I stand when it comes to abortion, individual liberty, religious liberty. Are you hearing that from anybody else right now? No, we have a Republican governor that wants to limit how many bullets you can put in a piece of metal to put in your gun. Right. This is lunacy, Tyrone.
And you have been consistent.
Right.
Over the years, you've been consistent.
And here's the other problem when it comes to, not the Republican Party, conservatives. And there's a big difference from the rhinos and the establishment and true conservatives. Normally we capitulate and we walk away and we disappear into the woods because we are afraid. I don't want to be. I'm going to be of losers, like Doug Riley. He's a loser. People that abandon their core principles lose. Why do we capitulate to losers? Can you imagine being in the boxing ring, okay? And you're winning, and all of a sudden the flag gets thrown in? Who would do that? Why is it that politicians, my opposition doesn't even have the guts to run on conservatism. That's how afraid he is of it. But why do we have politicians that run on conservatism, win elections, and then believe it's a political liability?
All the time.
All the time.
At every level of government.
What is happening right now across the country? Conservatism is winning.
Big time.
People want liberty. They want freedom. They want the government out of their life. And they are looking for people that can articulate that.
And people who are not afraid to advance those policies.
But what you have right now, and look, okay, this is my first rodeo, all right? In all full disclosure, I ran against Congressman Ruppersberger back in 2006. It wasn't a real race, and had the privilege of spending some time with the congressman today at the Friendly Sons luncheon. I like Congressman Ruppersberger very much. Actually, he said he wanted to come back on the show in the near future, but that wasn't a real campaign for me. This is really the first taste of how afraid the establishment is of real conservatism. And it really has come to light. And again, I love it. As Roger Stone said, okay? They wouldn't battle if you didn't fear you.
That's right.
All right? So I'm loving it. This is like the best news, other than being in Kentucky, sampling some bourbon on Tuesday, and them seeing the Friendly Sons luncheon today. The fact that I have garnered the attention of my establishment opponent, I couldn't be happier.
Right. That's huge.
Couldn't be happier. Again, Tyrone, people can look at the Ted Nugents of the world. And of course, look, he goes off the rails on some things. But it's refreshing when you hear somebody that is passionate about America. And unapologetic.
Right.
Okay? And I have been doing this long enough to know the consequences that come along with standing your ground. And sometimes, you know what, it really stinks. But at least I have the guts to stand up and preach what I believe in. And I don't have to have, some surrogate to do my dirty work. So the question is, do you want a coward or do you want a leader? Now, again, I don't know what, Doug Riley, you poked the wrong bear, my friend. And by the way, again, for the establishment out there, so Doug Riley is the one that's fighting me. He's not even in the race, okay? He's just a civilian. He ran before. He got his clock cleaned by Brochin. Well, he did. Why is everybody laughing? I thought the point was to win an election. Well, Doug Riley couldn't do that. The guy that ran last time that's now running for the House, he couldn't do that. And I'll bring this up again. He is slating with my opposition. This is the guy that's running for the House of Delegates that ran for the Senate last time. That should have been a forget about it lock of the week.
And that's huge. The cozy relationship with Michael Bush is huge. That's synonymous with Pelosi down at the federal level.
Well, it is. And again, this is from my opponent's website. He is praising himself for having a good working relationship with Michael Bush to negotiate the acceptable resolution of the fairgrounds off-track betting issue. You want to talk about horses, and then you're going to pat yourself on the back for having a cozy relationship with Michael Bush? Michael Bush has single-handedly been trying to kill the horse industry in Maryland. Single-handedly trying to kill it, going back to the Ehrlich administration for political reasons. And the Senate race that we're running in right now is horse country.
And there's nobody that knows that industry like you.
I love horses.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I even rode one once.
Right.
I mean, not
we also had a good time out at the Preakness.
Those days aren't over.
Good.
And when I was in Kentucky, I didn't go to Churchill Downs, but I did drive past it. I am way heavy. I'm sorry. Quick break. We'll be right back.
Hiring is